So that Pride Center space is no longer going to be the Pride Center space, so they're looking for a new center, a new space, which is why they started the space utilization committee so that they know if there's a space vacant, they know where it is and where exactly it's at. So that's that, and then there was also another report on things that have been done and completed on campus. So it's a very long list. If you do want to know about it, I have it. But there's too many things. There has been a lot of things done on campus. There are a lot of things going to be almost done on campus, and then within the next few years, they're going to do a lot of more like renovations to the campus. And that's pretty much it. Oh, one more thing. They're going to install a protective shield on the mural that's outside of the library, just so it can just to prevent like chipping or like vandalism or stuff like that. They're gonna put like a cover on it. It'll be see-through, so students can still see it.
Moving on to technology committee report.
In the technology committee, we talked about how 91% of students have access to technology in the categories of phones, laptops, and library.
Although it was like talked about briefly because some of the technology is still being like sorted through, check what needs to be replaced and not. But they are planning to do this replacement plan. It's gonna take like from 2023 to 2028. Pretty much is like they want to update all the technology like everywhere, like in computer labs, classrooms, offices, and all of that, to ensure that what's it called? That everything is up to date, because like they did talk about some of the projectors that they were like really old and they wanted to replace them, so that's what they're trying to do. Again, they only talked about it briefly because like the inventory is still being sorted through to see what needs to be replaced or not. But yeah, and adding to what he was talking about, they also talked about surveys that they did, and they plan to not do it as often, to not overload everyone with like surveys every year. And they want to add something to it, which is like on top of like asking if they have internet access or like they have a device to do homework on. They want to ask what device they're using, because they want to ensure that, because they talked about like that a lot of the students are doing their things on the phone, and teachers don't normally like check things on their phones. So they want to ensure that they want to see how many students are on laptops or phones to see what they can do about that. Thank you. Moving on to student equity committee.
So we did meet this morning at 10 o'clock, but it was a really short meeting. We didn't really discuss about much at all that pertains to us. So besides, adding the word disability to the equity plan.
Idea committee.
So we met on the 16th of October, and what we discussed about was still the employment affinity email that will be sent out to employees who are interested in stepping up and taking leadership for the certain groups that are needing of guidance or direction or needing of purpose filled, which I will remind you the groups, which are Hispanic, African American, and Filipino. And they will be focusing on those certain groups. And they will also be sending out, and we also discussed about student employment and EEO, basically meaning if a student is wanting to apply to a job here at MJC, would it pertain to their background? Let's say if they want a job working in the office, but they had a DUI background. Well, as long as they're not driving a car, it should be fine, for example, they had said. And, as long as we were just questioning about should a small background check And we also discussed about the Pride Center not having space as well.
Just a comment on the Infinity Group email that was sent out this morning.
This one? Okay.
Okay. Foundations Board, our last meeting was rescheduled due to a schedule conflict. So we don't know when we're gonna meet. We're hoping to meet before the end of the semester. Moving on to Executive Officer and Senator report. For my report, congratulations for those who are off probation. Finally, congrats, we're all excited. Then also, reminder for those of you going to Seesaw, prepare, be ready. It's going to be a long 4 days, and there's going to be a lot of information thrown at you. So if you at any point feel like you're a little bit overwhelmed and need a little bit of clarity, feel free to reach out to your advisors, myself, or any of the executive officers. Thank you all for that. Also, we have our football homecoming game tomorrow, so please do be here on East Campus in the ASMGC office at 8:30 a.m. sharp. Please don't be late so we can get everything done in a quick and efficient order. Just a little bit of a run through. We're going to be putting up flags, tents, and tables. Not like HEC, it's 3 tables, 2 tents, so nothing major. It's just going to be like field games, t-shirt fundraiser, and face painting and stuff like that. So nothing too big. We are going to go to lunch that day. I'm going to ruin a Mexican restaurant, so just a heads up on that. And yeah. Spooky night setup starts next week, Monday through Wednesday, and I will be reaching out and connecting with some of you. So please be looking out on your emails for that. That completes my report.
So Spooky Night setup actually started today. We are going, hopefully we can get a little bit more done after the meeting. But let's see, I had a little, actually, no, I'll do that tomorrow. So we had our first executive council today before this meeting. So we talked about senator projects, like a stipend checklist, just so you guys can be on track. We also talked about warning sheets. So all of that information will be going up next week. So start thinking about your senator project. We've also, before the senator was able to choose the executives, but now we chose our senators. So you'll find out next week as well, and then you can connect with us, and we'll give you everything you need for that. And then we'll give you like the budget and all that. So yes, Spooky Night is next week. Well, setup is next week, so anytime Monday through Wednesday. First text the group chat, but most likely we're going to be on this campus setting up. So if you're on office hours or if you're free, come here. We're going to be doing setup for the haunted house, and then the day of Spooky Night, we'll be doing the setup in here, so we'll also need you. We're basically going to be here from 10 to 10. So I mean, Carmen, some of us will be here. We'll be here 10 to 10, so the whole day. And then, congrats to everyone who is off probation. And yeah, I think that's it.
I would just like to add to my report. This Wednesday we have flow, and it's not going to be our regular flow. It's going to be a flow event. For those of you who did this last flow event, you know how it goes. So it's going to be on West Campus this time. We'll be switching out between people so that we can also be doing Spooky Night setup simultaneously with flow. So make sure to be here Wednesday honestly be here at 9. Be here at 9, and if you can be here before, please do so we can get as much done before we leave to Seesaw as we can. Because once we come back, it's just go, go, go. There's no time for us.
Yesterday, I been in the Region 5 meeting. And for those who don't know what that is, it is basically, it is the this SSCCC. Basically, it is called the Student Senate California Community Colleges, basically where all the delegates meet in one time, and we discuss about what's happening legislative-wise to our student senate, and what bills to look for, what bills are sponsored, and what bills are co-sponsors. And basically what we discussed about was the CCC legislative update, which was on October 14th. We have sponsored bills called AB 1543, which is a student rep fee, AB 154, student trustee advisory votes, and AB 1275, Brown Act reform. And other bills like SB 467, AB 68. Also bills to watch out. If you guys want to talk to me about this, which I also need to look up and research, AB 1749, 1291, and AB 746. Basically, what we also talked about was preparing for our second quarter plan, and also other events that are happening, and other events that might be happening at other colleges. And basically, if other colleges are also interested in speaking with each other and talking about how we can help each other out with different problems that might be happening on each other's campuses, and for anything else that comes to me after.
Moving on to ASUGC Senate reports. Do any senators have a report at this time? Okay. Moving on to advisor reports. Ali?
Yeah, so you mentioned briefly the conference that we're going to be attending next week. So we leave on Thursday. Please try to be here at 2 because we will be doing luggage checks. There will be some rules that need to be signed. We'll review and sign by all of you, making sure that we are all following designated rules for a trip like this. Definitely bring some writing material because, like Ruth mentioned, this is an opportunity for you to network with other colleges, other student representatives. So there will be a lot of note taking. So make sure that you are taking your necessary writing utensils for that. All of you should have received business cards, so definitely take those as well. I believe Javi will be adding or sending over a package list.
I think in executive council, we kind of talked and approved a packing list. So I'll send that to your emails just so you know what to pack, the temperature, what to take, and then what's required as well.
Thank you. So I'll probably be having those ready to go for you guys next week in the office if you are attending. I did double check that everybody who's attending has done the Title IX training. That is a mandatory thing you all need to be completed. So thank you, Carmen, for sending that information over to me. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be it's a learning experience for all of you. So definitely, hopefully, all of you guys are encouraged or excited about that. The other item, as I'm listening to some of these reports, the report on the Pride Center no longer going to be the Pride Center. I was just wanted to make sure that we understand, you guys do have a student voice. So if there are any concerns from the student voice, those comments should be vocalized, right? So just making sure that we understand that is your role to advocate for students. So again, just wanted to make sure that we all understand that or remind you guys of that. And then also, Matthew will be bringing up the Political Development Committee soon, and all those assembly bills that he has mentioned, those items can be discussed in that committee. So if you're interested in those topics, definitely connect with Matthew. These are legislative areas that are important to the entire community college system. So if that is something of your interest, again, unfortunately right now we don't have a student relations director, but that is part of your senator responsibility to be part of a subcommittee. And right now we only have one option. So Matthew will get on that and let you guys know when those meetings are going to be held. Then the other item, to remind you guys, I texted you guys this morning, I'll be taking photos of all of you that are new, so we can provide ASMUC badges, so those will be your like ID badges as an ASMUC member. Especially for those that are going to be attending the conference, those are going to be necessary for you to take with you. And as you might have noticed, all of these meetings are recorded, so if you ever want to go back and take a look at those or listen on our website, in the ASMGC, where you can print out the minutes and go to that website that will see where we are there. And well, that's it for me.
So just a quick addition to what has already been said. For Wednesday's vendor day, we're gonna have Garcia Jojo's. They're gonna bring in 500 burritos to provide for our lunch. So we'll just, I had made signs for Hispanic Ed, so I'll just bring those. We are gonna have help from them, possibly 1 to 2 employees. So we are gonna have, hands on deck over there. And so if we won't need that many students as we usually do for flow. Another thing, just a reminder, if you have other classes that you could present Spooky Night to for volunteers, we still need volunteers. We only have 10 signed up. So if you have an opportunity to speak at any of your classes and see if anybody wants to volunteer, even talk to your teachers if they let you, that would be appreciated so we can have more assistance. Last year we had over 400 community members, staff, students come through. So again, it gets very easier. It's going to be full. So the more volunteers we have, it will be helpful for us that day. And then for tomorrow, again, like we said at 8:30, please wear comfortable shoes. If you didn't get your T-shirt already, you'll get it tomorrow morning. So everybody will be in a homecoming T-shirt. We are having a fundraiser, so we have made signs for our T-shirts for sale. So we're gonna, have that displayed tomorrow too. Thank you. Yeah.
So are there any incentives for volunteering this month? Because I don't think we'll get a whole lot of volunteers.
So I know some of our teachers provide extra credit. Yeah, so if you want to talk to a teacher, maybe 5-10 points, that could be, but it's again up to the professor. I know some of the teachers that I've worked with in the past give extra credit. Resume building, free food, so just, being part of a college.
If your professor needs someone to email them for extra credit purposes, reach out to Carmen. She can shoot over like a volunteer email or something. Before I adjourn the meeting, any questions, comments, or concerns?
Congratulations to any clubs and senators.
I adjourn this meeting at 4:09 p.m.